跟我学汉语. Today's talk is about the philosophical concept of yin yang. Yin yang is really inseparable with Taoism. That's philosophical Taoism, not religious Taoism. Keep in mind that when you go to visit China and you go to a Taoist temple, that's religious Taoism. That's not philosophical Taoism. You don't see any physical manifestations of physical Taoism. So what's yin yang? Yin is the feminine side, the dark side, the soft side, the yielding side. Yang is the opposite. It's the masculine side. It's light, it's hard, it's commanding. And these two concepts interact with each other. This is a philosophy of interdependence, that within yin is yang, and within yang is yin. So here you see the symbol of yin yang. Notice that there's a little bit of yin in the yang and a little bit of yang in the yin, but also that one turns into the other. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means if you think about the day, when it's dark, it doesn't suddenly get light. It's not like turning a light on. Light gradually comes into being, and dark gradually gives way to the light. The same with the end of the day. And at the end of the day, the light gradually fades and it gradually becomes dark. So with everything in the universe, according to this philosophy, everything in the universe can be looked at in terms of yin yang. This is the principle that runs the universe, as it were. But neither side is always in control. Thus, the light changes to dark and dark changes to light. Another example is health. Normally we're healthy, but at some point we're going to become sick. So there's a little bit of sickness within us that's going to at some point come out. And then as we get better, that's going to go back and recede, and we're going to get better again. So every condition in the universe is subject to that change into its opposite. But it always still exists in the opposite. So there's always the certainty that that's going to overcome again. In other words, it's a cycle. It's an ongoing, never-ending cycle. And this means a couple of things. One, as I said, it means that these phenomena always ultimately, eventually change into their opposites. And it means that each principle has within it the seed of the other principle. This is what some people call presence in absence. So even though it's not there, it's really there under the surface somewhere waiting. So as I said earlier, this is the concept behind philosophical Taoism. That Taoism is a philosophy of nature, that this concept of yin-yang really rules the universe. And a lot of Chinese philosophy, this is homegrown Chinese philosophy. This didn't come from anywhere like Buddhism came from India or Christianity came from the West. And this is also in sharp contrast to the way we think of things in the West. We think of things as being black and white. This symbol here might be a representation of how we think of things, good and bad, light and dark, that things are black and white. But the Chinese concept is quite different. It is this concept of yin-yang. And if you understand this concept, then it will help you understand a lot about Chinese thinking and Chinese philosophy and really Chinese culture in general.